Okay, in the full certification course, remember, you can add an optional distribution system with your own regulators, primary and secondary, or backup as we like to call it. And that's what this system looks like here. Remember, what's really nice is this system comfortably attaches to the actual Z harness. So there is a system that connects to the Z harness, and what that allows you to do then is to bring over a secondary, a backup regulator like this. So put over me like this. Allows you to have an input device, so you can actually input into it, and there's a little spot here on the harness that this will all go through, and it actually bolts onto you, no problem. Okay, so it'll bolt on. Okay, yeah, I'm going to show you how the Z manifold, in this case it's the isolatable one, or the regular distribution block, integrates into your harness. What you're going to see here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it on the actual plate. It's designed to fit on the plate. You'll see the two holes, the actual plate, and it simply attaches to the plate. At that point, from this side, you will actually put the washer, the attachment screw, and you will screw it in nice and tight. You do the second side again with the washer and the screw. Screw it in nice and tight. And now you can see integrates very beautifully. And now we can go ahead and we can route the inputs and the hoses and everything else. And then what happens is the long hose becomes the donatable extra hose that your teammate gets. If you're independent, got independent Z floats, and you're swimming around and something happens to his, you can simply donate, go to your backup, and both of you can ascend. Gives you a safe second. By the way, if you haven't noticed already, this is exactly the same as scuba. That's the beautiful part. It's all the building blocks to scuba. So what's really nice is here, on your Z float, instead of having the regulator, you now have the QC6. It plugs in. That's a wet pluggable system. So you can jump in, plug in, you attach the same place, either the hip or the rear. So all that's exactly the same. Notice it's all building blocks. And now all of a sudden, I have regulator, primary, I breathe it all the time. I have a safe second, breathe it all the time. And I have power inflate. I just push a button and it inflates my PC. So it's awesome because I can integrate that. Now, here's the whole thing, guys. You went ZUBA diving in the morning with your wife. Now you want to go for a real scuba dive because she doesn't want to like scuba diving, doesn't like the heavy weight of the tank. Maybe it's your kid, it doesn't matter. Now all of a sudden, you grab a regular scuba cylinder. You plug your regular scuba cylinder in, and you take your regular scuba cylinder diving. And now you can be self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, or scuba, unlike ZUBA, which is Z-float underwater breathing apparatus. So that's the difference. But it's really nice because you can switch between the two easily. I often, like last trip I did, I went on this trip to Fiji. In the morning, we were able to do two 80-foot, 24-meter dives. So you go on 2 dives in the morning, and then they would consider your nitrogen loading to be too much. So they wouldn't let you dive in the afternoon, any more dives, scuba dives. So I took the ZUBA along, and they rented me tanks in the afternoon, and I went snorkeling, ZUBAing extended snorkeling, whatever you want to call it, in the afternoon for a couple of hours. Because all the reefs there were right there in 6 meters, 20 feet. So I plugged this puppy in and I spent all afternoon enjoying myself without any concern of nitrogen loading, wearing the exact same equipment I scuba dive with, or I go cave diving with, or I wear my rebreather with. All the same equipment. That's the beauty of this equipment. Completely upgradable, completely compatible, completely consistent, and completely scalable.